This exposition is a part of a large museum exposition, but Babel is top figure of Odessa Literary School. A lot of facts from Babel's biography were not known. They used Babel's novels because a lot of his novels, we can say, it's kind of autobiography. Not one-to-one, not straight, but a lot of signs of autobiography and Babel's feeling of life. So, childhood. And the first book, which we see here, it's a story of my pigeon house.
Yes.
Where Babel described how he entered his first gymnasium. But as a Jew, he could not enter easy gymnasium. It's a myth, maybe, but it's a real history.
Oh, it's a real history of Odessa and the Jews, yes.
As a child, I wanted a Dovecot very much. Never in all my life have I desired a thing more. This was in 1904. I was studying for the entrance exam to the preparatory class of the Nikolaev Gymnasium. I was only 9, and I was scared of the exams. In both subjects, Russian language and arithmetic, I couldn't afford to get less than the highest grade. At our school, the Jewish entry quota was stiff, a mere 5%. Out of 40 boys, only 2 Jews could get into the preparatory class. The teachers used to put trick questions to these boys. No one except us was asked such intricate questions. So, my father promised to buy me doves, on condition that I get 2 A+.
Oleg Loban, Odessa's chief enlistment officer and city council member, lives in an apartment that once belonged to Babel's family.
10-я квартира? 10-я как родная, видите? Видите, 10-я квартира, все есть как родная. Где жил, где работал? Да, я работал, жил.
Вот так вот, да? Такой вид с балкона был. Ну, вид тот же, что
Да, тот же, что
прибавили, да.
I bought from the old man a pair of cherry-colored doves with luxuriant ruffled tails, and a pair of crowned ones, and hid them in a sack against my breast. I got the price down. Things had turned out well. But then, things turned out badly. A man in felt boots passed across the square and past the bird seller. "Pack up your gear," he said. "In town, the Jerusalem gentry are getting a constitution. On Fish Street, the Babel's old grandpa got constitution to death." I ran to the station and flew down a deserted lane of trampled yellow earth. At the end of the lane, in an armchair on little wheels, sat the legless Makarenko. "What's that you've got in the feed bag?" he demanded, and took the sack that had been warming my heart. With his fat hand, the cripple fumbled among the startails and took out a cherry-colored dove. The bird lay still in his palm, tucking back its feet. "Pigeons," Makarenko said, and rode up to me, scraping his wheels. "Pigeons," he repeated, and struck me on the cheek. He hit me with the palm of his hand, crushing the bird, and I fell to the ground in my new overcoat. "Their seed must be wiped out," his wife said. She said more about our seed, but I couldn't hear anymore. I lay on the ground, and the innards of the crushed bird trickled from my temple, wriggling, splashing, and blinding me. The pigeon's tender gut slithered down my forehead, and I closed my last uncaked eye so as not to see the world unravel before me.
Глядите, Олег, какие-то вот эти номера Розенбойм, он не совсем был уверен, но он так предположил, что, значит, к трупам были привязаны к ногам номерки. Ну, положим по еврейскому обычаю камень сюда, да?